It began with the seed of an idea. In 1902, the Heartland needed folks to embrace new advances in agriculture. But leaders with open minds, strong hearts, and willing hands weren't in abundance. Luckily, kids were.
By empowering the next generation to lead, 4-H took root and grew and grew and grew.
Grew kids who are confident and strong.
Glad you're here. I'm glad we're all here. We're all born to make a difference. It can be easy to get overwhelmed, feel like you can't do anything. But that's why we have each other. Yeah, there's lots of bad stuff in the world, but there's also you.
You're 15, you think that you're the only person in the world feeling this way. You're not.
Just take it from me, someone that got bullied through junior high and I've always felt like a loser my whole life, but I think that now that I'm 24 years old and I look at all the friends I have and all the people around me that love me for who I am, I realize that they love all the different things about me that aren't like anyone else. And I think that you should embrace those things now. Learn early that it's good to be different and it's good to be, it's good to sort of like go against the grain and challenge what's normal. And you'll thank yourself later, I think.
Cool.
There is no such thing as failure. Failure is just life trying to move us in another direction. When you're down in the hole, when that moment comes, it's really okay to feel bad for a little while. Give yourself time to mourn what you think you may have lost. But then, here's the key. Learn from every mistake, because every experience, encounter are there to teach you and force you into being more of who you are. There is, I know this, there's a light inside each of you that illuminates your very human beingness if you let it. And as a young girl from rural Mississippi, I learned long ago that being myself was much easier than pretending to be Barbara Walters. I figured out, oh gee, I can be a much better Oprah than I could be a pretend Barbara. Don't ask yourself what the world needs. Ask yourself what makes you come alive and then go do that. Because what the world needs is people who have come alive.
If you find yourself feeling like it's too tough, remember, you're not alone. There's lots of people at the table, and it's a cool table.
After you get out of high school, and then you get into like college or work or whatever you do, I think there's a switch that there's a light that goes off, and you start to realize how maybe there's parts of yourself that you've suppressed for other people, and that there's parts of yourself that you've not let blossom and bloom.
Dismissed from drama school with a note that read, "Wasting her time. She's too shy to put her best foot forward." Turned down by the Decca Recording Company, who said, "We don't like their sound, and guitar music is on the way out." A failed soldier, farmer, and real estate agent. At 38 years old, he went to work for his father as a handyman. Cut from the high school basketball team, he went home, locked himself in his room, and cried. A teacher told him he was too stupid to learn anything, and he should go into a field where he might succeed by virtue of his pleasant personality. Fired from a newspaper because he lacked imagination and had no original ideas. His fiancée died, he failed in business twice, he had a nervous breakdown, and he was defeated in 8 elections. If you've never failed, you've never lived.
the real world, if you have something about yourself that's different, you're lucky. It's not a curse. Don't make high school everything, because if high school is everything, then you've got a long life to live. And I'd like to think that the best years of my life are still ahead of me.
It makes sense that we began with farming. After all, true leaders aren't born. They're grown.